Hey, what's up YouTube? This is XBOXfreakquency playing Factions game number 9, 5-player game. Limbo map is the map here. So we're starting it off here. Take a look at some of the achievements. So I'm forced to act here. Control death's door. Guaranteed card is 4 crypts. So blue's placing his capital. Too many capitals for the defense die. Attack die is 3 continents. Take over territories 1 turn. 2 troops. Take over a continent is airfield. So blue placing his capital in the west end of things, or west side of the map. Black also placing his capital in more the northwest, where I guess you could say blue is more of the southwest. So it's on the red here. He's already got the 3 barracks here. Lucky placement. Swinging on to me here. I'm in a really scattered position here. I don't really have a good spot here to place my capital, and here's not good. Green's got his 5. Red's got the missile right now. I almost got to put it out in the 3. This 3 right here out in the kind of Asia part of the map here, where no man's land. Or I could put it in my east continent there. The only thing is red's got the missile. My capital would be right on the missile. I might take the chance and hope that red does not go for me here. That's a very risky move. It's really risky because he's got the missile and he goes before me. So if he wants to, he probably could take my capital, but I'm going to hope that he doesn't here. That's a big risk. 5's gonna put his in the southeast. So I'll swing it on a blue first. He's first to officially act here. I'm gonna guess he's gonna go for his continent with the capital. Oh, maybe not. He's gonna go for red's capital here. Loses them all. Very ugly. He's going to come into me and he's going to eliminate me there. In the center part of the map. Oh yeah, and it looks like he wants to come into his continent as well. He's going to move an extra 1 into his capital. Take his card and this turn. Swinging on the black now. So it looks like blue could potentially be the first, or black even, to get a continent. But looks like, yeah, black is going to go for the guaranteed card here. And there's games usually glitch for some reason in factions when someone takes the guaranteed card first. So black taking the guaranteed card most likely here if he gets me. He might lose. And oh, he gets me. And black taking a very early guaranteed card here. The guaranteed card is pretty sweet. Like that's guaranteed card's the only achievement that, the thing is, if you take the achievement, it's a guaranteed card achievement, so it automatically gives you a card at the end of the turn regardless. So that's kind of sweet. You never have to attack. You could defend all day with the guaranteed card, so it's kind of a defensive, you want to use the guaranteed card to your defensive advantage. If you have 1 or 2 continents and you can just sit back, kinda, unless you have to make a move, then it's different, but guaranteed card, you can just really sit back and build up your armies. It's nice. So swinging on to red here. This is the moment of truth. Is he gonna go for me? And by golly, he's going for me. And he's got the missile. Oh yes. Oh, no losses. Yep. Very smart move. Very smart move, Freak. Ugh, that's a very terrible play on my end. I mean, obviously he's gonna go for my capital with the missile. Like, what am I even thinking? I'm just in La La Land hoping he's not going to, but whatever. Maybe what I can do is come from the east here and maybe eliminate his barracks. Get my card for sure here, and then eliminate his barracks. Oh, I should have went to dice rolls. What am I thinking? And he's got the missile defense. I gotta really get rid of his barracks here, though. Oh, wow. I'm just getting so reckless here. Wow. This is not my style whatsoever. That's so reckless. I really need a card, though. I don't know. I'm just gonna chance it. What am I even thinking? 1 on 2. And you know what? I have easy one-on-one options out here. I probably should have went for first. Wow. Probably should have did that first and instead of blowing all my armies. I really need a card. I probably should have ended my turn. Oh, it pays off with a double star though. Oh. That's so ugly. Like, I could have just stayed back there and maybe not took a card. And this probably would have been my best bet, but I end up taking a card, and at least it pays off with a nice double star there. In factions, it's a little different. You kind of want to take your card first turn, I feel. It's not like classic, because the trading is different. The trading in system, so you always, I feel, want to attack first in factions. Always get your card first turn, as in the classic. Would not do that. But green, anyways, is taking red's barracks there, so there's really no point of me to waste all my armies there. It's kind of foolish. That's not my style of play, but the game is still early, so it's not too big of a deal. So it's swinging on the blue here. And all I got is my 3 really in Asia there, which is where I probably should have put my capital. Is just out in the center, north center there, where I have my 3. And just kind of left it out in Asia, but I don't know why I keep calling it Asia. It's just the biggest continent on the board, so I'm calling it the Asia of this, of Limbo here. So blue taking his continent down here. Nice. And he's going to move it out right by my 3, which is awesome. And he also gets the airfield this turn. He's going to put it right on his capital. So a lot of my opponents getting off to some early achievements here. Black Black's got the guaranteed card. Blue's got the airfield. See what black does here. And it looks like he's gonna want to take his southwest continent here. And he does. And he's got the nice defenses there, although Blue's airfield is right there. And Black really looking to defend those crypts right now. So he also can freeze a territory here. Looks like he's going to freeze his capital. He's got the guaranteed card. Swinging on to red here. Oh, red's trading in as well. Oh, and he's gonna break blue here. And oh wow! And red has he's got to break his airfield. He might not. He might lose them all. He's going for 2 capitals here. Oh, come on. Oh, he gets it. So ugly. Wow, and that's kind of my fault too, because I gave him my capital pretty easy. And red taking a very early defense die. Kind of my fault there too. Or I gave him my capital easy, and then he had to trade in, take out blue, was weak. Ouch. So the good thing is I have at least an easy one option here, and I'm just gonna go with like a main force strategy right now since I don't have anything. I'm just gonna take my card and I'm gonna press my options out here and with my 5 and just take my card for now. That's all I can do. And usually my style is to not leave easy ones, but since I'm so dwindled, I kind of just need a main force right now, just so I can be able to get my cards here. I'm dwindled across the map here, but no one's really attacked me too much so far. So it's on the green here. So green taking me out of the temple here for his card. Green's thinking, he's thinking. He's gone to maneuver phase. Puts an extra one on the barracks there, which is good. Deny red of getting the barracks, or the missile, sorry. Or the barracks is to get the missiles. So red with 3 capitals and an early defense die. Blue's gonna try to take his capital back, even though he's got to go against the defense die. Ouch, 4 takeout. And that ends his attack. Ouch. No way. Blue so angry he leaves the game. Rage quit. Swinging on the black here. The good thing's no one's really eliminated me from around the world. I mean, I'm sure black's going to eliminate me eventually there in the west, but for the most part, not a lot of me being eliminated in the east, which is good. I mean, they're all easy ones, so black just taking his card, ending his turn. And I'm gonna assume that he's gonna freeze his capital here. Which he does. Just kind of deterring everyone from coming in. Swinging on red here, 3 capitals, very ugly. Throws them all on his main capital there. Or most of them. Red gonna get a card in his capital continent there. And it looks like he's gonna go all the way and he's gonna take his continent. Red moving him out here. So it's swinging on to me. Not gonna trade in. I'm gonna keep getting cards here. I'm gonna just press my easy one option here. Boom. And this is good. I'm getting very good dice rolls, not losing any, which helps because I can really build up my main force here. It's only 7, but that's all I got right now, so just gonna take my card, bide my time. And that's all I can really do right now is just build it, wait up for a big trade-in, keep building those stars up, and then probably take a stab at a continent. Oh, double star! Not normal. Been getting a lot of lucky double stars here, which is huge because I was dwindled hard off the bat. I really need them. Although I did dwindle myself, but those double stars I'm getting real lucky on the double stars right now. Right when I need them too, you know, like I need a big trade in and fast. And what I might be able to do is take out Blue's old continent that Red took his capital out of, and I could take over an entire continent in one turn and take the airfield, which might not be a bad option here. This is good. Green is going on the offensive on Red's capital here. 1-1. Let's get a 4-on-4 battle here. 5-4, 3-2 takes them out. This is huge. We need to target Red. He's 1-1. That's not bad. He needs to target Red here. Ouch, very low roll. Oh, and he gets him. He does take Red's capital away, which is good. He has a defense die and 3 capitals in a continent. That's just bad news when someone's got the defense die, so that's good. We probably really need to target Red just because he's probably the most superpower right now out of them all. 2 capitals in a continent and defense die. So he's definitely the superpower, I would say, right now. So that's good. Green targeted him out of his capital. So swinging on the black now, which actually maybe black might even be somewhat of a superpower here, just because he's gonna probably be taking 2 continents here. Yeah, and he does so. Black does take both continents. All I can really do is bide my time and watch my enemy troop movement right now. Huh. And black switching it up and freezing his crypt in the southwest. Might be worried about red coming in there instead this time. See, I think if I was red, I would make all his territories at least 2s, because it's just so much harder to eliminate. Looks like he wants his barracks back here, so he can get the air defense. And then he's gonna... Oh, he can't do it though. He loses them all. With the missile and all. That's good though. Red's too strong right now anyways. It's good he lost him there. So it's swinging on to me. And I'm gonna do everyone a favor here and just take out Red's barracks. It's an easy one as well. Deny him of the pleasure of the barracks. He does have a defense die, so it is not like attacking an easy one, but I got it anyways. Plus I want to take away his barracks and dwindle Red as much as I can for now. And I'm just going to take my card, leave him there. Another double star. Wow. Wow. Man, I've got 3 double stars so far. The first turn, last turn, this turn. Man. That's so huge. I need that so bad. I have 8 stars now. I really have a lot of options. And the thing is, my opponents, I have 8, but I have 3 double stars, so it says I have like 5 or whatever, right? Or what would that be? Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I would say I have 5 cards, right? So they're not really looking to take me out because they don't know that I have 3 double stars. The green also pushing the attack on red, which is good. Need to hurt red here. Loses 2. Loses them. Going to the dice rolls again. 2 on 2. 2 on 1 technically. The defense die. He has that extra die. Oh, now this is just ugly. Of course. Oh, you can't quite eliminate red there, but now he's gonna, yeah. He's gonna come from his massive force here. Probably gonna take his continent. He's gonna go to the dice rolls on red's defense die here. 1 and 1. Green loses 2. But really 4 because it was double 6. Ouch. Wow, green really losing a lot against that defense die. See how powerful that defense die is for defense, you know, it's ridiculous. There you go, green gets 2 kill there though. Ouch. And green really losing a lot here. And that's just the power of the defense die. It's too ridiculous almost. So, but goes another dice roll. He gets him this time. Green very dwindled from that. Very dwindled. Going to the dice roll again. Gets him this time. Wow, you for sure he had enough to hold his continent. Now he's pretty hurt from just eliminating red there. Yeah, he's gonna end his turn. He's not even gonna take his continent. He's just, yeah, gonna move him back to his capital for defense. Wow. Swinging on to black now. That has guaranteed card and 2 continents. It's kind of good. Well, not good really, but hopefully he clashes with red a lot here. Red and black kind of attack each other, it'll kind of even out the balance of power here. So I'm really behind my opponents. Green almost has 2 continents, but not quite. See what black does here. He can just sit back right here and doesn't even have to attack. Just take his guaranteed card. That's exactly what he does too. Why not? That's a good play. And he gets to freeze. And he's going to just freeze his southwest crypt again. 9 red from coming in that way. So it's swinging on to red now. He's also trading in. Puts him in the east here, wanting to hurt green. Nice, he's losing a lot. Looks like he wants to take his east, my capital back technically. Thing is, my options here have 8 stars right now. I might just take another card. What I'm gonna do is my next turn, I'm gonna trade in, and I'm either going to I'm thinking take Death's Door to the west of my force on the barracks, or I might go east and actually take my capital back from a dwindled red, and I could eliminate red. I'm not going to trade in just yet. I'm going to wait for one more. I mean, I'm just on a ridiculous hot streak here for double stars. I mean, I'll probably just get a single star, but I might push my luck here and try to trade in for max. And I lose an army on blue here. Take him out. It's good. I don't really want to be too dwindled. Well, what I could do, the thing is, I could get the airfield and eliminate red, but red does have the defense die there. What I might do though is I think I'm going to take back the east here. I'm going to leave one behind on the barracks there, and I'm going to move them. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm going to go for my capital when I trade in here. Boom! Oh, that's just not normal. Another double star, chances it and gets it. Oh, that's just so disgusting. It's just lucky, you know? Wow, luck really on my side. A double star to give me the max trade in here, which I need badly. So green taking this continent finally here. The beauty thing is I'm just going to come from that 9 right back to my capital. I think I'm going to eliminate red from the east, and then I have no defense die in the east, and I'm going to go for that east continent that I originally planned on in the first place. I mean, I could go from my barracks into the west, but I don't like how black and red are pretty big superpowers in the west right now, so really wouldn't want to fight them off trying to control Death's Door there. I think my better option's in the east, and then kind of leave red and black to the west to battle, and then me and green to the east to battle for now, kinda. Otherwise, I think green would just eventually take the east maybe too easy if you got red out of there. So I think that's my best plan. I'll probably keep the game even too. Just take that east-north continent that I wanted since the beginning with my capital in it. So black just sitting back right now. He's going to decide to freeze his capital this time though. Which he does. Swinging on to red now. Red just looking for his easy one, and he gets it. So red just thinks he's sitting pretty here. Little does he know I have 10 stars. Boom, there it is. Max trade in, 10 stars. Disgusting lucky double stars, and I'm just gonna reclaim the east here. Reclaim the east pretty easily, I would think, too, with 42. So this is a huge decisive maneuver here. I'm gonna take my capital back. Thing is, or I could come from the barracks and take Death's Door. That is my other option right now, so I don't know. Nah, just because black and red are there, I gotta go to the east here. It'd be nice to get the airfield there, but I think my best option is just to come into red here. I'm just going to do fast battle because I have a lot, even though he has defense die, and I don't really like the fast battle because I think it's a little ridiculous sometimes. I do lose quite a bit there, but luckily I have tons. I'm going to leave some back on my capital here. And I'm going to eliminate red from the east. I also have all the 3 barracks right now, which is pretty huge. Got the missile attack and missile defense now, so it'll be a little more even on red here. What I might do, I might just leave 5 there. That's kind of a defense prone, because I have the missile too. And I'm going to take my force on the barracks and scoop upwards eventually. And take my continent. Finally, I can take a continent in the next turn or two, I would think. And I don't really think green's gonna give me the barracks here. He's probably gonna attack me. I could throw some on the barracks here, or on my other barracks, but what I might do is just put 12 on my capital here. I probably should have put some on that barracks to at least defend it. At least one. To somewhat try to defend it, but we'll see what green does here anyways. I would think he would take it out here. It's kind of stupid actually. I probably should have propped that one up a little bit. The thing is, green is really looking to just defend his continent here, so he might not even be thinking about hurting me there for now. He just kind of wants to be able to defend his continent. He's probably worried about me coming in. So this might not be a bad option actually, because black and red are out of the east, so they can't do anything. I'm gonna hold the barracks unless they come from all the way from the west and take my other barracks, but we'll see what they do here. Black and red are kind of having a little cold war here, so maybe something eventually happen. I mean, black could really easily take my barracks away, but it doesn't really help him anyways, because he's not in the east. Right on. Huh. Very weird move on black's part, because he has the guaranteed card. Why would he even need to do that? Very weird. Actually, he might be thinking about having a presence on red, kind of in the east. He's already got the 3 crypts there, so very weird. Maybe he wants to come up and break red eventually or something here. I don't know. Very weird play on his part. So swinging on the red, he goes to the attack. He's going to attack green here, get his card. And he's going to end his turn here. Now it's swinging back onto me here. So what I'm going to do is throw one on the barracks there, just to defend it. No one's really, green hasn't been trying to take it from me, but ouch, losing a lot there. But that's why I left a lot there last turn, because just in case. And I'm just going to get green out of here. And I'm not going to quite take my continent just this turn, just in case I lose them all here against blue and green can break me. If I just take out blue and then green decides to break me. So what I think I'm going to do is green has not really been attacking me though. So I'm kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt that he won't. Let's see what he does here. He's going to prop up his defenses against me. He's going to go for my easy one just for a card there. It's kind of good though. It looks like he's moving out. Swinging on the black now. See what he does. He has the guaranteed card, so he could just... Oh, and he... Right on, he doesn't want the barracks. He more wants to have like a presence, an east presence on red, I feel. Because he's not eliminating my barracks. He very well could have. Black has had the crypts this entire game. And he decides to freeze one of his crypts. Swing on to red now. And red's going to be trading in here. And this is good. Nice. Got a Clash of the Titans. This is really good because this is going to keep red and black pretty honest. They're both going to lose a lot of troops here. And red's going to take the capital away. He's also going to take the crypt away. Black losing his capital and his crypt here. This is great though, because red's has the defense die, so he just wasted a lot on attack there, which has really dwindled him, which is great. So it's on to me here. I'm going to finally take my continent here for the first time in the game. I'm going to go to the dice rolls here. 1 and 1. Lose 2. There we go, 6-6. That's what I want to see. So, taking the first continent of the game finally. And I've got a nice little center presence there as well. Still have the barracks. And what I might do here is prop my defenses 7-7. I like how that looks, so I'm gonna go with it. Get my card. Swinging on to green here. Let's see what he gets up to here. So I've given green a piece down there just because I don't really want to clash with him. And I think he's kind of scared of the missile defense. So he doesn't really want to clash with me. And green not acting here. You know what? I'm gonna crack a beer. I'm gonna crack a Heineken just because first continent of the game, and I got one close by, so why not? And green's not here. I think he's gone, or he's either gone for this turn or next turn. If he's gone again, he's just gonna get kicked. So green might not be in this game. That turns this whole game upside down right now if green's not here next turn. I'm pretty sure he's got a few cards, so I might be able to eliminate him. If red or black kind of eliminate him from the west there. So black also trading in for massive here. And it looks like he wants to claim back what is rightfully his in his eyes, and he definitely has the armies. He definitely has the armies to put a world of hurt on the red right now too. He's clearly going to take, I'm thinking black's going to take back his crypt, his capital, his continent. Probably break red here. He's definitely got the armies. He might not break red though necessarily. He could. He could just take it back and be very, very well fortified. The attack die is 3 continents here. So none of my opponents yet to achieve that. Black has had 2 for a while. Red's had 2 capitals and 1. Nice, and he's going to break red. This is good. Kind of keep the west side of things on a even playing field. Black in a very good position. See what he's going to freeze here. Oh, he's going to freeze his 9. Not giving red the option to take his continent back now. So swinging on to red, I can't imagine red's too pleased about that. Let's see what red gets up to here. He's probably rattled right now. Oh, he's going to come into black here. it's gonna be close. Oh, he gets him. Red breaking black in his southwest continent here. Black in still a great position right now. But he was... no. And black rage quits because he got broke in the southwest? That's unheard of. He's got a ridiculous positioning still on red, though. That's what I don't get. There's no way he rage quitted. Whoa, that has turned this game upside down right now. This game is messed. So what I think I'm going to do is really want to keep this bear axe, so I'm going to dedicate some resources out here. Maybe I'll dedicate a lot, because it's kind of my only central west presence I got. My gateway into the west, so I'm going to put a few down there and just secure that. And I'm going to bring these up here so I can eliminate blue here. Leave some behind on the capital still. Want to create a nice structural defense still, though, just in case green does want to come in. He's got a few cards. He could do some damage to me. The good thing is I have the missile. He could take away my missile, though, and come into me hard. But even though I have the missile, I don't really want to come into green just yet. I don't want to start a major clash with green that he's just going to fight me for the rest of the game. Kind of clash. Kind of want to stay out of an entanglement with him and just kind of slowly work it. And he's only dedicating 2 resources this turn to his defense, so it's not a lot really. He's going to go for the temple, although I don't see him really holding it. And he's losing a lot here. Ouch. Ouch. That is so ugly. Ends up just taking his card in the north central there. Ends his turn. Takes his card though. Green with quite a few cards here. He definitely could trade in. You could have 2 double stars, maybe 1 double star in there. Swinging on to red here. Wow, red losing them all. That was crazy. He's forced to come from the southwest and into the crypt there. So it's swinging on to me now. I'm going to throw a few more resources out here just so I just want that presence to be strong, and it's the bear axe. And I have a few cards here, so if green does take my bear axe here, I can kind of bounce back on him here. I got a nice fortified presence here in the northeast. And I'm just going to keep taking my card, slowly keep taking my territories. And just keep the slow prowl on everyone, keep taking my card and see what they do, react on their kind of moves here, and I'm just going to keep slowly taking territory, getting a little bit bigger, keeping a solid defense. Leave myself open with a lot of card options. Does he throw 8 up there? To keep pushing west. Excuse me. So it's on the green now. See what he gets up to here. Dedicates 2 resources to his defense. Puts the rest in the temple. The good thing is he's kind of going for the temple here. Although he's pretty outnumbered. Well, that's what he needed. 6-6 there. Big roll. Just needed 1-6 though. Queen taking the temple. I can't really see red giving it to him here though. It's pretty dwindled. Doesn't really have enough for a secure defense. Yeah, and there's no way green's holding it this turn. Can't see red doing that for him. So now that black is gone, that territory is permanently frozen here. Red can't take back his continent, which is pretty epic. And yeah, red's obviously going to come in and take his card and not give that temple to green there. Oh, and red looking to eliminate green here. Green's probably rattled by that. Seems like he really wanted the temple presence. Red picking up the airfield there. Take over a continent in one turn. And I could come in from the barracks here and break red, but red might not necessarily take my troops. He'll probably take one of black's, to be honest, because he's got a crap load. So, I mean, that's not good, but green also has a big trade-in. I'm gonna not trade in. Just take my card, and what I'm gonna do is, if red can trade in, and he does take one of mine, at least I'll not give any easy ones here. I think I'm just gonna spread them across the board, not give any easy ones, because if red does take me over, at least he won't be able to cut through me like butter. I'm gonna just kind of spread out the troops as much as I can here. And you know what? I think I might just take this continent right now as well. Spread out my troops a bit here. And hold the continent. I might as well. Since red might just be able to take me anyways. What I might do here is... I might just try to lose some here, so red can't take me. I'm thinking go one-on-one and kind of lose on purpose. Maybe bring blue down to an easy one. Just because I have a feeling green might be coming through there. If I leave green in the center there, maybe he'll go there and try to retake the temple. I'm going to hope anyways, and I'm going to spread up the armies. I'm going to get him off the capital. Nice, double star. I mean, it's kind of a weird move because he could just take my 7. I don't really know why it dwindled. I'm hoping that green trades in here and takes back the west. Seems like he's been pretty dedicated there, so I'm just curious. I feel like he might continue the quest over there. So he does trade in for huge, and he does put them all there, and he does want to head over to red. See, I knew it. I knew that instead of taking green out there and then he's forced to hurt me, give him the option still to, you know, hurt red, because he does seem really dedicated to the temple here. So you might even break the temple on red here too. It looks like he wants to. Breaks his continent. Also breaks the temple, takes his capital. Nice. So my enemy using his own resources to hurt red here, which is awesome. By me leaving him the option there, he went for it. And I'm glad I did now, because he seems like he was pretty dedicated. And this is great because he just breaks him. Red's obviously going to take him back, but at least green now has a west presence again. And can keep red pretty honest in the meantime. And it's not too bad. I did kind of spread him out a bit to keep a strong defense, just because red could have took me over with the temple. So now red taking back the temple here. But I might just give green that southeast continent for now, just because he's been dedicating his resources to the west right now, and it's kind of good that green is keeping red occupied so he can't take the temple and you can't get crazy strong here. So if red can hold the temple, and I don't really want to blow my trade in or my resources right now. So I mean, I could trade in and break red here. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to spread him out. Maybe get even a double star and be able to for sure break him if he does even take black ones. So I'm going to kind of spread him out as best as I can here too, just in case red does hold it. I don't want him to take my capital, so I kind of want to leave just one there. Although I think he might just be going for black anyways if he does hold it. I'm still just going to spread him out evenly just in case he does. And I mean, green could come into me kind of too. Who knows? I'm just judging him by his troop movement and kind of what he wants, so. Seems like green is really dedicating for that temple, and by him doing that, he's really keeping the and this might be kind of foolish, but I'm gonna bring a few up, and maybe in my green's eyes, he think that's almost kind of like a peace treaty. I'm saying there, I'm kind of giving it to you. I've had the missile the whole time. I have tons of cards, like I could easily break you. He probably knows it. He might even be a little scared in there, and that's good. I want to keep him scared. And I keep wanting him not to attack me because he is dedicating his whole trade in last turn and a lot of resources, all his resources actually, to keeping red honest out there right now. So let's see what he does here. Hopefully he breaks red here, I'm hoping. And that's exactly what he wants to do. Oh, can he do it? Yes! That's epic. Keeping red honest again. Only giving red... Not giving red the temple, which is huge. And my plan is kind of working out. Green is... Nice, and he moves some into the temple, so at least it's not an easy takeout for red here. And this is really working well. Green dedicating all his resources there. And red may be looking to take it back. He might not have enough. Well, he does, but it might be enough to not secure it. And he instead just ends his turn, and this is awesome because now I know red for sure cannot take anything. And what I think I'm going to do here is I am going to trade in. 8 is really good right now. I kind of want to... What I want to do is guarantee I'm going to go for 3 continents here and take the attack die, and I just want to be well established here. And that's awesome that green broke him again, because now I'm going to dedicate a lot to my west presence here. I'm going to put 20 on my barracks. And if red or green even try to take the temple, I'll definitely start breaking them from now on with that 20 there, if they take it. If not, they can kind of just sit on the barracks and be used as the force later on to kind of just break that temple if anyone takes it. So this game's going really well. I've been judging it really good. And realizing that green, what I should do here is I think I'm going to put a few on the back burner here in my barracks, just in case green does think about coming in. I mean, he's pretty dedicated to the west, but just in case he switches his mind, I don't want him to take my missile defense away that easily. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 3 continents here, and I might be able to hold them, to be honest. I might be able to hold these 3 continents. I'm going to leave 3 on the back burner there. I'm picking up the attack die, which is exactly what I want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to prop them up on green's border there. Obviously going to go for the attack die here. It's on green here again. See what he does. Hopefully he continues his west quest here. Right on. Which is exactly what he does. Keeps keeping red very honest out there, not giving him the temple. This is good. Red with just a capital, leaving him quite dwindled. And that's all Red's got, is that his card right now. Can't really take back the temple. Oh, he could. He doesn't want to yet. He doesn't feel secure enough. He knows green's kind of coming for him. Oh, he moves them all onto the temple. He wants to take that temple. Green's just not giving it to him. So I'm getting huge troops right now. What I think I'm going to do though is I'm just going to prop up my borders here nicely, keep green honest. I'm going to give no easy ones. So the 2 troops take over 8 territories in 1 turn. Kind of want to do that on a trade-in, so I'm not really going to go for that. I got the attack die, which is huge. And now I just kind of have a presence on the temple here, which is nice. I'm also going to take Red's capital away here from him, just because I can. Maybe I'll just move 1 down for a little extra protection on my barracks. I could take the additional maneuver. The thing is, I do want to kind of keep up the speed with my opponents right now. But I'm just going to take a star. Although my opponents have not too many cards right now, but don't really need the additional maneuver. I mean, I can move some of my bulk armies out here, but so let's see what green does here. Now he doesn't really have the option to come into me anyways. I'm too fortified. He might have, I think his only best bet is to have the west presence, but he can't take his continent there. And he also is he not here? What's going on here? Green might... Okay, never mind. He trades in. Nice. Doesn't want to put him there. He wants to put them all in the temple. Right on. And now he's got a big bulk on the capital, big bulk on the temple, which is great. It's keeping Red Honest from taking the temple. In a sense, using green as a tool right now to keep Red honest while I kind of just bulk up and fortify my empire. So Red wanting to come back is cap from my capital. Oh no, he doesn't quite. Just looking for his card. Puts them all back on the temple there to probably try to get green out of there eventually. He's got a lot. So it's swinging on to me. Getting huge amount of armies. And what I might do here is I'm finally going to take out green here. I've had the missile on him for so long. So I get the attack die, which is the extra dice, and I get +1. And I'm rolling double 6s, so those are 4 takeouts. Actually, that's good I didn't do that, because then my 21 couldn't come in there. If I gotta watch that in factions. Sometimes you gotta leave 5 at least before you come in with your main force, because I just wanted to hurt them and then come in with my 21 as much as possible. So it looks like my attack die has the missile here. Anyways, I'm going to come in with my 21 now. And that's it. Green had enough. I'm going to spread them out thin here. Just because I'm going to throw that 19 or 16 now. And I'm just going to throw it all on my west continent there. I guess additional maneuver would be kind of good here. Probably should have taken it. But that's alright. I still have a huge presence. And what I'm going to do, yeah, you know what? I'm going to take the starting maneuver. So next turn, I can move that 8 out right before I attack. So it still all works out in the long run. And red not left with a lot. He can just really go for his card. That's all he can do right now. Green has left a huge thorn in his side there. Oh, he decides to split them up. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take Death Store here. And I'm going to eliminate red from the southwest. And there you go. I get to bring my 8 up because I have the starting maneuver. Strong 32. I mean, red's got to go through green first too, and then black. There's no way he can really hurt me in the east here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to eliminate him. And now I'm going to come in. Just going to take another continent here and just keep the momentum going. Take out blue here. Which I guess I could take blue out for his cards here. Kind of not, might not even be worth it to go through black there. It's kind of, black is acting as a nice defense, so is green, so I might just not do it, and I might just eliminate red here and create a border defense on him. So just in case he does take out blue, I think I'm going to take a card here, and it's a double star, pays off. Just because I kind of want to keep up the speed with red and his wild cards, even though I have the whole east. I'm getting so many more troops than him. And now I just got Death Store now, so he's forced to trade in, really. Because I have so much of the world. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to take some of blue's cards here. And this is alright because I'm forcing him to hurt himself here. I might still be able to hold. No, couldn't quite hold. Gonna try to take the capital away too. Can't do it, and this is beautiful. Because I still have the entire east, and he's wasting all his resources on trying to just break me in Death Store here and taking my capital, and he loses them all anyways. And that's that. He knows he's done. I have so many territory, so many continents. He just knew he was done there. And I had the momentum on it. As soon as I took green away, he didn't really have a good option. And then green quits, so all his armies become dead neutral. party, so red can't really open up and take any continents there. He was just kind of played the dead armies around him and kind of overwhelmed them. And yeah, factions game number 9. Taking it down just like that. So this was a really, really good game. Black leaving on a rage quit, green leaving on a rage quit, which has really changed the game around. I think blue left on a rage quit. Yeah, he did. Or did he? I forget now. I think blue got broke or something, and he couldn't take red back. Blue got broke, and his capital got taken. Red got the defense die. Blue tried to take back his capital. Couldn't do it that turn, so he rage quit. And then red broke black, even though he had a ridiculous positioning still. He rage quitted. And then I took green's only continent he had there. And then he rage quitted. So that really changed the play of the game. That really affected a lot, because all those armies become dead neutral armies. So very good. I kind of used green to keep red honest. Had the faith that he was going to break him on the trade in there, and he did, which was epic. He just really seemed dedicated out there. He's kind of scared of my missile defense, probably just didn't want me to come in. He was kind of happy enough that I gave him his continent for a while, and took the attack die on a very smart moment there, and that definitely changed the game. Even though I had 3 continents and had everything there, just confirming that attack die is huge. And then green leaving. It really, the rage quit. I played to the rage quits a lot, because as soon as they're gone, it's dead neutral armies. So, and green really what confirmed the game was my hope in green that he would want a west presence there on red, which he did. He really wanted that temple for many turns. Didn't put a lot of resources in the east, which gave me the easy takeout later on in the game. So really, just like how Rome used to use other mercenaries and such, in a way I kind of used green and hoped that kind of green would attack red, just because, you know, I was so huge with the missile defense there. Why would he want to attack me there? He kind of just stayed away from me the whole game, and I kind of went with his trait, kind of followed all the moves. You know, every turn he never attacked me, he never took out my barracks, and just kind of got information on him that he was not really targeting me. And he was probably just happy I gave his continent for the time that I did. And eventually I'm just going to take it though, right? Because it's a capital on a continent, and he's got all his forces dedicated to the west. And I could have taken him out way earlier, but just because he kept keeping red honest, I kind of just gave his continent and his capital for him, just because that's the game he was playing. That's what I'm observing, that he was not really attacking me. He was really going for red there in the temple for a while. Never quite took it, but yeah, just kind of observing what my opponents are doing and basing my attack and my plays. Played very conservative. The first turn, though, I went pretty reckless there. I went pretty maniac, so just goes to show you, even if you dwindle yourself right at the beginning of the game, you still can get lucky, and you still can come in later in the game and trade in for huge, like I did. I got, I think it was 4 double stars there. You know, like, it's just pure luck, pure, like, good luck after, like, a stupid move, you know, and kind of really helped me establish my east continent again and eliminated red from the east, who had the defense die at the time, and I had nothing. So just a few key moves. I could have done some things a little bit better, I think, but for the most part, I think I played an alright game. Kind of made some weird moves, like when I was going one-on-one there against blue to dwindle, because he could just probably was, when red had the temple, he was probably just going to take black's armies anyways, because he had a ton. I didn't really have to probably be too worried about him taking out my armies there. I don't know what I was thinking on that specific turn now that I think back. It's kind of weird. But all in all, I'm going to reanalyze this game and see what I can improve on and how I can better myself as a Risk player here. So this was a really good factions game, in fact. It was almost a rage quit winner because everyone rage quitted, literally. So, yeah. No, it was a good factions game, but yeah, I'm just kind of doing a little overview on the game here. So, yeah, no, it was a good game. It was a really good game. So, yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. So, and it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been around. So, it's good to just come back and play a factions game. The last 2 weeks I was real busy. Just been really working long hours. And I'm working like 12, 14-hour days. So, Monday to Friday. So I don't really have much of the weekends. I come back late Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Had some family stuff going on. Had a friend's party that I told him I was going to go a few weeks ago. He had plans. So the last 2 weeks I had a lot really going on, and I couldn't really get up a Risk vid. And yeah, I'm still out of town, still working crazy hours. And that's kind of why I haven't been uploading anything recently, guys. Is just the long hours. I come back beat. I'm just done after the long week up there, and then, you know, there's always so much to do, so I always try to keep busy on my days off, and sometimes I just don't get the time to play any Risk matches and upload some videos for you guys. So that's kind of where I've been at. I'm also going to make an update video on kind of basically the same stuff I'm saying right now, that I haven't been around for a while just because I've been busy at work and busy with family and friends, and just busy with life, really. So, but I'm definitely, anytime I got on the weekends, I'm going to be doing Risk vids. I want to do them every week. It's just the last 2 weeks were kind of hectic for me. So, yeah, if you guys are wondering if XBOXfreakquency is making more Risk videos, for your information, I will never stop making Risk videos. I will not stop. I'll be making them forever. Like, I just know I will be. So just remember that, guys. I'll be making vids forever. Like, I'm never going to stop making Risk videos. I'm going to get the Xbox One shortly too, and I'm going to get the new Risk on the Xbox One. But what I really want to do now is just finish up. What I really want to do is just finish up the series that I started. I kind of set them in stone. I want to just do Risk factions, 50 games classic, 25 games of the factions. And once I get that completed, I'm going to bring in the Xbox One and the new Risk. So that's what I have planned out for the future here. Is I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get the next gen, and I'm going to start doing Risk vids on that. Also, I might, in the future, you know, I might consider other strategy and tactic games. Right at the moment, I'm really busy, so I can't quite get up to it right now. But really, I should have made this into an update video instead. But that's alright. I'll just give you guys a heads up via the video. I'm also going to make an update video, though, about basically what I've been saying. Just busy. I'll be doing Risk vids forever, man. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching as always. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.